Hi, happy International Women's Day. And today I wanted to read a story by a man named Selahattin Demirtas. He's a Turkish political prisoner. You can look him up, fighting for freedoms and humanity in an ever-growing fascist world. It's kind of interesting. He was imprisoned for criticizing their president's relationship with Vladimir Putin. Just kind of interesting for today, just saying. But the reason I wanted to share this story is he has a collection of stories called in Turkish Seher. In English, it's called Dawn, Dawn. And he just wrote a series of essays and published them in a book while he's been in prison. And this one really made me think about refugees. And there's just so many women out there right now and their children, moms suffering around the world. And the story is beautiful and heartbreaking. And I think as women, we need to really honor ourselves, our femininity, our motherhood. I don't think any of us wants a purely matriarchal world. We're not trying to destroy patriarchy because we don't want men around. I love my husband. I love men. I have a son. I think we just want a place where everybody has the dignity to feel safe and supported and secure. So the story is called The Mermaid, and I'm just going to read it to you. My name is Mina, and I come from Hama in Syria. We left our home 2 months ago. My mama held on to me the whole time and didn't let go. Sometimes we walked, other times we rode on crowded buses and dusty trucks. The roads were full of potholes that bounced us up and down, but my mama never let me go. On the bus, people were always talking, and some of them cried. I cried too. They killed my papa in Hama. I don't know why. My mama cried a lot then, and I cried too. We were on the road for so long. Two children died, and an old man as well. The men dug graves for them by the side of the road. The children's graves were tiny, and their mothers lay on top of the graves, crying and crying. When it was time to leave, they didn't want to come with us, but the men dragged them away, told them that we had to get going. We arrived at the place where the bus stopped. Everyone got a little excited. Some of the men told us that when it was dark, we'd go down to the beach and get on a boat. But they told my mama she couldn't come. She begged them. Then she took out 3 bracelets from inside her blouse and gave them to the men. Okay, they said, you can come. There was no sea in our village. I'd never seen the sea before. Neither had my mama. And it was dark when we got to the beach, and so we didn't really get to see it this time either. The men loaded us onto a boat. There were so many of us. My mama held on to me and didn't let go. The men said to hold on tight to the side of the boat, and my mama held on to me even tighter. The boat kept rocking. It was pitch black, so I couldn't even see the sea. Salty water hit me in the face, made me throw up. The old woman said prayers, and so did my mama. She told me not to be scared. It won't be long now, she said. We'll be there soon. I wasn't scared. The salt got in her eyes. It made them water, but I cried a bit too. The sea's rough today, the men said, and they were always shouting. Hold on tight, they yelled, and then our boat turned over. There was no sea in our village, but we had a small stream. The fish in it swam very fast. And actually, it wasn't that small, it was quite big. There were trees over by the stream. Once my papa made me a swing in one of them, and our house was right next to the stream, too. Mama once made me a doll from old socks, but I forgot it on the bus, and our house was so pretty. We fell into the sea. My mama held on to me tight. We didn't have a sea in our village, so none of us knew how to swim. Not even Mama. Me and Mama started to sink in the water, then we bobbed up again. But that big group of men, they kept pushing us down with their feet, and so we go back under. And my mama never let me go. She held on to me very tight. The salt in the water made my throat burn. And Mama held on to me, and in my head, I said to her, "Don't be scared." I wanted to cry, but only a little. Mama wasn't scared either. She looked into my eyes the whole time. We never got out of the sea. My name is Mina, and I'm 5 years old. We left Hama 2 months ago. We never had the chance to see the sea from the outside, but I've been at the bottom of the sea for a week, and now I'm a real mermaid, and the big white sea is my mother. She's wrapped herself around me, and she won't ever let me go, because that's what mothers do, because all mothers love their little girls. I think we all had visions of the world that we were going to bring our children into, and sometimes it doesn't always look like that. But women have love, and women have their own special style of leadership. And although there's a lot of women out there today that maybe aren't celebrated for that beautiful heart and mothering instinct that they have, I celebrate you. So happy Women's Day. Celebrate yourself, celebrate your daughters, celebrate your sons to treat your daughters well, and so on, so on, so on. We have a lot to give. We still have a long way to go, but we're getting there. Happy Women's Day.